You know, on Lake LBJ, it was one of those places that we knew was going to be good when we put our boat in the water. Full moon, we're talking about late February, big warming trend. The water's 60 degrees. As soon as we turn on Garmin 7612, we look down, 60-degree water temperature. And that's something that's really important in the spring, knowing what that water temperature is. If it was 56, 57, I'd be thinking, well, they're not going to be bedding. But when it gets up to 60, I'm thinking they're going to be on the beds. Just put our boat in the water. Water temperature 60 degrees. Get in here. That's our first fish of the day, and I promise you, about our 5th cast. So we just got started. What we realize about today is they ought to be spawning because we're late February, water 60 degrees. There's a 3-quarter, 3.5 pounder. Probably on a bed, caught it on a caffeine shad. Just a kind of a weightless, soft jerk bait that just kind of glides through the water. White, you can see it really good. It's gonna be a fun day. You know, basically, you know, what I knew about that lake is there's a lot of shallow grass, there's a lot of scum, and there's a lot of docks. And those fish want to get up there and bed in that 2 to 4 foot of water. Those places that kind of are in and around that shallow grass, in and around that scum. Sometimes they'll be up under docks, sometimes they won't. And so, you know, the bait that best fishes all that is a Strike King Ocho. It's a soft plastic jerk bait, basically wacky style. Now I'm throwing a wacky worm. You can see that bait kind of had slide up my line right there. Wacky worm, Strike King Ocho. And the thing I love about that bait is the rate of fall. It's got a lot of salt in it, and they have got it where it basically falls just at a perfect rate. I'm fishing it wacky style. Bait you can get a ton of bites on. If you Texas rig that bait, it's really effective also, but it just doesn't give you any resistance when you pull on it. Because when I actually pull on it, I'll pull it a little bit, it'll just kind of flutter, and then it'll start falling again. And the bait just basically moves real slowly. And you know, I mean, it's just a bait that's going to get you a lot of bites. It can also catch good fish. I mean, you catch a lot of good ones.